you started today with a scrimmage. Is that what you always do when you're doing it, or was there some reason why you wanted to
No,
scrimmage?
we've done different things in the past overall that the other teams have been with, and some teams had 2 arenas, so we did things different. But I like what we did, today, and we'll do the same thing for tomorrow and the next day, and then we get into the game. So I like the idea that guys having some scrimmage time, and tomorrow will be a different group scrimmaging and a different group practicing. So I like the makeup of it.
Is that just because you want to see them hit the ground running and get things going really fast?
No, it's the best setup. I mean, like I said, there's roughly 60 guys here at training camp, and you're not going to stay around here all day, with 3 different groups practicing. So I think they like the scrimmage. That there was a good intensity in the scrimmage, and we don't want our players fighting against each other, but they played well, they played hard, and I like what I saw in the scrimmage. And then each team is going to have a practice before you play our first game, so I think that's going to help in the game.
So you had, in the scrimmage this morning, you had Mika and Panarin separate. So and you said yesterday that I think you're going to look at them separate and you're going to look at them together. So.
Yeah, no, I read that all summer, that they were the line. You guys wanted them as the line, so.
We're just trying to get some along.
Yeah, no, you know what, seriously, we put some lines together, and, it's day one. I mean, we'll see where things go with that, and the first exhibition game, I don't know what we're going to do with that. It's just sort of one day at a time, and like I said, those people are familiar with each other, and you're putting some lines together. It looks like your hockey team, but again, I'm not putting a whole lot into it right now.
Did anything stand out to you on day one? I mean, it's 60 guys out there, so did any...
Yeah, no, I mean, in the scrimmage, you're coaching the game, and I wanted to get the feel to be behind the bench again, so that was important, and getting to meet some of the players like that, you meet guys and you say hello to them, you shake their hand, and then you're not sure. Once you get on the bench and you're coaching them, and you got guys in front of you, and you see their names and their back, and you start to communicate with them, especially the players that that are going to be here. That's the way I like to meet players.
Did you know Norris?
I didn't know Norris. No.
What did you think of that?
I think it's it's good. It's great stuff. The guys are having fun with it, and he's a great kid, and like you said, the guys are showing a little respect for him, but they're little jabs also.
Kind of rephrasing Dan's question a little bit, has there been anybody that has surprised you on your first day?
No, I couldn't say that. But scrimmages were good. I liked it. Nobody stood out to me. Everybody, I wasn't disappointed with anybody either. But no, I liked the way the first day went.
You only have 3 days before your first preseason game. Is that like you talked about the preseason games a lot in terms of helping you figure things out. I mean, how important is the first preseason game?
You know what? There's going to be some kids playing in those games. You want to give them the opportunity. Some of the kids played really well in the rookie games, and that's what camps are all about. There's no different than any other organizations or teams. You give them the opportunity to take advantage of it, and the deeper it goes in the camp, if they're still playing well, then maybe at the end of it you make some tough decisions. I mean, we all know it's 95% of your team is already pretty much picked, but when people play well and they make you think a little bit, and that's what camp's all about. Some kids don't have a chance to make our team, but they have a chance to show good for Hartford and grow their careers. So that's what's important about camp. Everybody shows up. They got different opportunities at different times for those young players, and that's what we want to see. Everybody come in here and impress us, and first day of training camp, you do your off-ice testing and all that, and it's nice when you see good results from your kids.
Do you have an idea yet how many extra forwards you want to keep versus how many extra defensemen you want to keep?
No, we'll see that late in camp.
Late in camp.
Yeah.
The other question I want to ask you is we talked to Mika before, and Mika's obviously a well-established center in this league.
Mm-hmm.
He's entering the last year of his contract, which is not a coach's purview. I understand that,
No.
but the whole team is something that you have to worry about. So is that in your past when you've had that, do you address that with a certain player at all?
Never. He goes out and plays. Doesn't affect what I do with him. He's a great player. He's going to be get all his ice time he wants and do what he does. But I'll never address something like that. No, that's not my issue. No.
Yesterday, when you talked about Alexei maybe playing on the offside, you said that it was important that he was comfortable with that. So did he express to you that he was comfortable
Didn't
with that?
say a word. We just put him over there and he hasn't said a word.
So you just told
You know
me-
what those kids want? They want to play.
Yeah.
And I don't think if I put them on defense, he wouldn't say a word. They want to play a lot of minutes and, earn your minutes and go out there and play. And, so
You thought he looked okay there, though?
Yeah, he looks great, yeah.
What his game, when you studied him even before you got here, what do you think sets him apart, made him the #1 overall pick? Like, what skills do you see?
Yeah, it's just his overall game. I mean, he's talented, he's got a great shot, he moves his feet well, he's a talented young hockey player. He just got to grow. I mean, what is he, 19 years old, and he's playing in the best league in the world, so some of them take off at different times, and I think that at the end of last year, he played really well. So, you know, we'll give them some opportunities, and hopefully they, you know, make big strides this year.
Okay, cool.
One more, sorry. It's kind of a broad question, so I wanted to wait to the end, but I was wondering if you had a philosophy on coaching veteran players. How do you handle them? Is it a different approach from your experience?
No, I think the guys will tell you, 23 guys, that's what I'm responsible for, and they all get treated the same. You know, I mean, I treat my players with a lot of respect, and I expect the same back from our staff, from our coaching staff, from our trainers. So, you know, you make it a big family. I'm coaching, I'm part of the players the way I coach. I'm not a coach against players. It's one big group, and I think that's really important.